Ah, y'all ain't even ready for this. Y'all ain't even ready for this one. Nah, I'm telling y'all. Ah, 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 ah. Welcome back, Raw fam, to the show. I'm your boy, Cheno Royal, baby. Howdy, how you doing? What's poppin'? Man, we got another one for you, another banger for you. First of all, welcome back to Royal Comics, baby. All kings and queens, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Where you going, Solo? Where you going? Man, Silo didn't want to be here with us. It's okay. It's okay. We getting ready to learn about Sentry. Man, I don't know anything about Sentry besides the fact that he kind of portrays like just mankind in general. Like that saying that we're our own worst enemy sort of thing. That's what I get when I think of Sentry, because I know that Sentry is like, if not one of the most powerful people in the Marvel universe. Also, I know that he has a side called the Void, which is literally like, it's like life versus anti-life. And it's crazy. There's a lot going on inside of just that context. Like, take what you will out of what I just said, which is extremely broad about the thing. But we are here to learn more. Like I said, and I'll always say, first off, if you are a part of the movement, and you're here, and you're in the kingdom, if you are part of the kings and queens, I need you to smash that like button, leave a comment below of just any other character you'd like me to react to. I need to see all the crowns down below. And like I said, and I'll always say, because you know the man's link will always be down in the description. Salute the man, the legend, Mr. Rob from Comics Explained. Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! My lord. You know who I'm talking about, people. Okay? But like I said, man, always a pleasure. I appreciate everything the man is doing. And we're going to dive on into this video real quick. I love y'all. Let's get on into it.
Pull up on a time. Tell me Rumble, man, you know he's hungry. We in the jungle, only lion, no monkeys. Only us and we are moving the plan before the huddle. Bitches bite up on a price, ain't gobble, yeah, we hungry. Yeah, baby, yeah, we hungry. Yeah, baby, yeah, we hungry. Yeah, baby, yeah, we hungry. Definition of a...
Alright, you already know what's up. Alright, we about to dive on into this video. Like I said, Sentry, smash that like button if you already haven't already. Leave a comment in the comments. Come on, you already know what to do. Share it. Share it to your mom. Share it to your mama. You know you haven't seen your mama in a minute. Call her up right now. Call her up right now. Say something. Hey, mama. I'm sorry. I haven't called you in a minute. I'm sorry.
What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and we are back again with another installment of our Beyond Omega Level series, where we cover the most powerful characters in comics. And today, we're talking about a character that I honestly cannot believe we have not covered on this series before, the Sentry. Now, the Sentry was created by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee, and first appeared in the Sentry #1, published in the year 2000, as part of Marvel's Marvel Knights initiative.
I did not know that this man's been living that long. Have you known? Did you know? Tito, come on, bro. How did you know and not be able to tell me that? How did you know this man is 21 years old?
Which was basically when Marvel was trying to recover from filing bankruptcy. So they started telling more mature storylines with their characters, but had it published by Jimmy Palmiotti and Joe Quesada's Event Publications because it was cheaper. But the Sentry was introduced to be a Superman analog in the Marvel Universe, and while he is by no means the only Superman knockoff that Marvel has created, he's probably the most popular and well-received among fans, although I would argue that either Adam Brashear or Hyperion from Earth 1-3...
Yes. Oh my lord. We're gonna react to both of those, first of all, but Hyperion, if you want a Superman knockoff, I can't believe he's even talking about Sentry like the Superman knockoff. Come on now. You know goddamn good and oh my, I can't even talk right now because I am so flabbergasted that you would put Sentry above Hyperion in this discussion about Superman knockoffs, bro. Nah, just look at this man. Look at this man. Look at the nose. Look at the hair. Besides the fact that he looks like a ginger, look at the cape. Look at the look. Just the embodiment. For real.
034 might stand a better chance, or might be a little more popular and more well received. Regardless, the Sentry's real name is Robert Reynolds, and he was a man who was given a serum that gave him the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. Now, as one does when they receive such power, Reynolds begins a superhero career as the Sentry and becomes one of the most famous superheroes in the world. Now, when we first see Robert Reynolds in the comics, however, he's a middle-aged and overweight man with no memories of his superhero career. Now, as Robert's memories begin to return, he learns that his arch nemesis, the Void, is returning as well, and he sets out to warn the heroes of the Marvel Universe. Now, upon talking with the various Marvel heroes, they begin to remember the Sentry, as pretty much all of them had worked alongside him at one point or another. Now, as more and more people begin to remember who the Sentry is, it becomes clear why no one remembered him in the first place, because the Sentry and the Void were merely two aspects of one person. And so to prevent the Void from destroying the Earth, Robert Reynolds had a device installed on top of the Avengers Tower, which actually held the Sentry Tower, and used it to wipe the minds of everyone on Earth, including himself, thinking that since the Void existed inside his mind, if he erased his memory of the Void would be powerless. Now later, the Sentry would be seen on the Raft, a prison for supervillains, where he has voluntarily committed himself for killing his wife. Now after a prison break, Sentry fights alongside the Avengers, and they soon learn that Robert Reynolds was a virus created by the evil mutant mastermind, and that virus is the reason that the Void exists within Robert Reynolds' brain. It was written by Brian Michael Bendis. Yeah, it was kind of stupid. Bear with me here. Now, after Emma Frost uses her telepathic abilities to heal Sentry's brain, including revealing that he had not, in fact, murdered his wife, he joins the Avengers and resumes his...
Man, who told this man that he murdered his wife? Tito! Bro! Come on now, bro. Not cool. That's not cool. Why would you tell that to that man? Bro, we gotta have a talk later.
His career as a superhero. Now, the source of Sentry's powers are a little bit of a gray area, and what I mean is that there have been different explanations given in different comics. For instance, one explanation of Sentry's powers is that they come from a modified version of the super soldier serum that was used on Steve Rogers, and this modified version is said to be 1,000 times more powerful than the original version. Now, according to another source, the Sentry is actually an alien life force that made its way to Earth and found a host within the super soldier serum that was then administered to Robert Reynolds. But no matter which one of these versions is true, what cannot be denied is Sentry is one of the most powerful heroes the Marvel Universe has ever seen. Of course, Sentry possesses superhuman strength and is one of the strongest superheroes, if not the strongest. He's capable of sinking an island and carrying a shield helicarrier, although he did have help from Wonder Man and Carol Danvers when he was doing that. The Sentry's proven to be stronger than Thor and the Hulk, and was able to lift the dead body of a Celestial and fly it into space, which is crazy when you consider just how absolutely massive Celestials really are. Now, Sentry was also able to rip Carnage apart with no difficulty, and on another occasion broke the axe of Galactus's herald Terrax, which was capable of destroying planets. Now, in addition to his immense strength, Sentry also possesses super speed and is able to fly from the Earth to Saturn in a matter of moments. Now, the Sentry is also insanely durable, taking multiple punches from Worldbreaker Hulk and surviving a nuclear explosion at point blank range with basically no injuries. And although it is pretty much impossible to harm the Sentry, when he does suffer damage, he can heal from that damage instantaneously thanks to his regenerative healing.
So, like, ridiculous. So, like, all I'm hearing is plot device. So there's like literally no way to kill, which is basically Superman, let's be honest. But there's no way to kill this guy, which I guarantee he's getting ready to tell us how that's gonna happen.
factor.
hold
Now,
on,
this
hold
healing
on.
factor is incredibly powerful, as Sentry has been able to heal his body after it was completely destroyed, and he seems to be incapable of killing himself, as he once tried to do so by flying into the sun, but even that didn't kill him. And this is not the only time the Sentry has come back to life after being killed, so it seems like Sentry is effectively immortal. Now, the Sentry is also able to manipulate matter on a molecular level, and this appears to be the source of all of his other powers, as this is the basis of how the Super Soldier Serum works, by bending the Sentry's molecules an instant into the future. For this reason, he's able to turn matter into basically anything he wants. And one time when the Void was controlling him, the Sentry was able to manipulate the molecules within the Molecule Man Owen Reese, which is absolutely insane because Owen Reese is one of the 3 or 4 most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe, if you don't count the cosmic abstracts. Now, because somebody down in the comments is gonna say it if we don't say anything, this was also like post-retcon Molecule Man. So yes, he was weaker than he was in like Secret Wars 2. We have to mention that because someone will say something about that, and I would rather say it before you do, so that if you do say it in the comments section,
I'm glad somebody would have said something.
We can all laugh at you and say Rob already said that. Now, as if it weren't enough already, the Sentry is also capable of absorbing and manipulating vast quantities of energy, often to devastating effects. In one instance, a fight between the Sentry and Photon genus Vel results in multiple planets being destroyed by the energy being expelled. And these guys were not even going all out. The Sentry is also able to emit so much energy that the Absorbing Man is not able to absorb it all, and it melts him with the power of a million exploding suns. Now, the more energy the Sentry absorbs, the stronger he becomes, and it's suggested there's no limit to the amount of energy the Sentry can absorb, which means that his power is basically limitless, as he's able to absorb energy from practically any source. Now, the Sentry is also a telepath, which explains how he was able to make everyone forget that he existed in the first place, although that was also done with help of a device. And I should point out that not only did Sentry alter the minds of every human on Earth, but he did so to all the Inhumans living on the moon as well. Now, in one of the weirdest aspects of Sentry's story, he subconsciously transfers his memories to the mind of a comic book writer named Paul Jenkins. So Paul Jenkins, Sentry's comic book creator, basically becomes a character in the Marvel Universe that writes comics about the Sentry's adventures since he can remember them. It's weird. It was Brian Michael Bendis. And although he's not usually considered one of Marvel's strongest telepaths, the Sentry was able to resist a mind spell from Doctor Strange, and it took Emma Frost and Charles Xavier working together to penetrate his mind. And even then, Sentry's able to block off things he doesn't want them to see. Now, there are a litany of other powers the Sentry has, like flight, extremely acute senses, teleportation, shapeshifting, invisibility, intangibility, and this has been by no means an exhaustive list of the various feats the Sentry's performed, because we could literally just be here all night talking about them, because he is without a doubt one of the most impressive characters in Marvel Comics in terms of feats. But before we bring this video to a close, I do want to highlight a couple of his most impressive feats, starting with the time that he and Worldbreaker Hulk battled to a stalemate. So, if you're not familiar, Worldbreaker Hulk was, at the time, the most powerful version of the Hulk that we had ever seen, and he was literally steamrolling over pretty much every hero that got in his way. Finally, the Sentry shows up, and the two of them fight, with each of them expending so much energy in the battle that they start to revert back into their respective alter egos. And this was when the Sentry was in a weakened state. So if he had been at full strength, there's a good chance he would have beaten Worldbreaker Hulk instead of just stalemating him. The second thing that I want to call attention to is that according to Peter Parker, the Sentry has also battled Galactus to a stalemate. Now, this did happen off panel, but it did make it into the official handbook of the Marvel Universe, so I think we can safely accept it as canon. And I'm sure most of you guys realize how impressive it is for any character to be able to battle Galactus one-on-one and survive, much less be able to stalemate this guy. But yeah,
First of all, to be able to even Worldbreaker Hulk and Galactus stalemates. So if you're talking about everybody knowing how strong the Hulk actually is, and then times that by 1,000, and there's another version of Hulk, which we're gonna do all the versions of Hulk, and we're gonna do Galactus, but that is ridiculous. That is insane, because you're talking like he said, even Molecule Man Owen Reese, which is, if not one of the top 3, top 4, top 5, like strongest Marvel characters, which is insane, which is why he has to be he is he's at least 2 or 3 in my strongest Marvel characters in my book, in my opinion. Let me know in your opinion where Sentry is on your list, and who is your top 3 strongest Marvel characters.
Sentry is incredibly powerful, definitely beyond Omega level, and I can't believe it's taken us so long to cover him. But with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this video to an end. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all later. Peace.
Like I said, man, you already know what's up. Sentry, crazy defeats that the man, everything under his belt is under, like, pause, Tito, don't you say nothing, okay? But anyway, no, like, everything that this man is, like, powers, accomplishments, the only thing stopping him is the Void, but he didn't really get that much into the Void, which is, like, pretty much his alter ego, which literally, it's like a bad guy within a, like, good guy. So it's just like, he's the image of perfection, but then when he reverts to the Void, like, he literally has to stop himself, like, all the time. And like I said, I don't know too much about the Sentry. Like, maybe let me know if it's something you guys would like me to dive a little bit more in on. But until then, this is our episode today, Sentry. I would like to give a shout out again to Mr. Rob, Comics Explained. Always appreciate you, sir. Just, you know, a Padawan in your dojo. A lot more heading your way, man. 2022 about to be crazy, full of a lot of action-packed reactions. It's gonna be litty titty out here, I'm telling you guys, you know. But make sure you guys are being good to each other, you know. Make sure the love is always greater, because love always wins, you know. Keep the hate for the haters, keep the love for the winners, okay? But until then, I want you to stay strong out there. Keep getting better and better every day. Let me know New Year's resolutions down in the comments too. I'm gonna keep posting all next week as well, but it's coming up, so definitely let me know New Year's resolutions. This should be next year when I'm dropping this, next week, so better be ready. Stay strong, stay active, stay healthy, stay royal out there. Love you guys. Peace.
Only real chicks got my bag. Only real flicks in the bag. Only real tricks.